Bush, the behind-the-scenes show with the latest updates, some Q&A, and all the stuff that's been going around the channel from me directly to you, my lovely premium bushes. Welcome to today's show. The topics for today can be found, as always, in the description down below. And let's start with the first topic, the UNIST Tournament. So, we had a tournament coming up. If you check the premium calendar, UNIST on June 8th. So, as you know, the rules for a tournament are 6 signups minimum, and we only have 4 signups. So, unfortunately, the tournament is cancelled. Sorry, UNIST. With the tournament being cancelled, that also means the tournament leaves our usual rotation. So, it will get out of this slot. So, after Mortal Kombat, it will be Storm next time around, next time the rotation comes around. But not everything is lost for you, UNIST fans, because we have an open tournament slot coming up. So with UNIST out of the rotation, that means it is now eligible for the open tournament slot. The open tournament slot, for those who don't know, works like this. You guys are going to vote for game tournaments that are not in our rotation. Not in our rotation. So, My Hero 1's Justice, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Mortal Kombat, UNIST, Storm 4. All of those games are not eligible for the open slot tournament. But any game, anime or not, that is not a part of the rotation is eligible for the open tournament slots. So that means with UNIST out of the rotation now, if you guys really want to play it on the 22nd, we can do it, okay? All we need is 6 players. Again, minimum participants required. This one had 4 players on PC. 3 players apparently wanted it on... 3 players wanted it on PSC, and we had 4 players on PS4. So the community is kind of split here. If there's any way for you guys to come together, then yeah, I think this has a bigger chance of happening. Next up, Hotborne Archived. So if you want to watch the full show of Hotborne, make sure to go to Archived Shows. In Archived Shows, complete walkthrough of Bloodborne with Hot Peppers. Hotborne is right here on a playlist. You just click it, and you get all the Hotborne videos, okay? I'll be posting this playlist on Patreon as well as the YouTube community tab for those of you who are not using Discord, but you want to have a nice, easy place to watch all of this. Actually, I think Patreon already has it categorized because Patreon has tags. Every post has a tag, and I made sure that every Hotborne episode had the Hotborne tag. So if you just search for that tag, I'm sure you'll get all the episodes as well. And yeah, so that's been archived. If you're looking for that, it's on Archived Shows, available for all premium bushes. Because now we have a new Wednesday show, Panty Shot. The first episode has happened. I highly recommend watching this train wreck of an episode. Patreon users, this post was marked as adult content. So if you're underage, I don't know if you can see it on Patreon. Either way, the link is here on Discord. So just grab it here. Or on the YouTube community tab if you are a premium member on YouTube. But yeah, I think I'll have to tag these as adult content. Or there might be repercussions, said Patreon. So yeah, check it out. It was something. I'm not gonna say it was great. I mean... it was kind of great. Anyway, we have a new league, the Mortal Kombat League, established after last week's tournament. We had enough people interested in this. And actually, I am planning to change the requirements for a league. With the tournament changes, you know, previously we used to do tournaments over the course of like 2 weeks, and everyone could schedule their matches whenever they were available. Now with tournaments happening on one day only, in a 3-hour period, there are obviously a lot less signups. So the minimum requirements for a league to happen being the number of signups doesn't make as much sense as it used to. So moving forward, I do want to change the way we do that and just get a general, you know, gauge, make a poll or something on, hey, do you want a league for this game? Do you want a league for this game? That's not happening right away, and that's because the Mortal Kombat League is going on right now with different rules. Think of the Mortal Kombat League as a beta test for future league rules. Yeah, these are some changes that we're testing out, and then maybe we'll expand them to the rest of the leagues, as well as ask you guys what leagues you want to see. So what are these rules? Basically, we've replaced the locks, the anger system, we replaced everything with these arrows. There's an arrow pointing up, an arrow pointing down, and an arrow pointing both ways. basically what this means is Rinnegan has an arrow pointing down, so he cannot climb, but he can challenge the player below him. This is kind of the anger that we have on the other leagues, right? But with anger, you kind of have to wait for the player below you to challenge you, or you're stuck until the next tournament. And on the Mortal Kombat League, you can actually challenge down. So if Rinnegan feels like he's ready to take me on again, he doesn't have to wait for Elso to challenge him. Rinnegan himself can just challenge Elso. And this gives players with what was previously anger some more freedom and more power to climb the league, even if something went wrong with their game or they got a loss or something. The locks have also disappeared, but what we have in place is sort of a soft lock system, which is represented by the arrows, actually. So think of it like this. I beat Rinnegan, okay? That's why he has the arrow pointing down. Usually, that would mean I have a lock in front of my name, and I keep that lock for the rest of the month. But with this arrow system, I cannot be challenged by Rinnegan again. At least not until he beats Elso, or until someone else beats Rinnegan. Okay, so you kind of got this soft lock system where you've defeated someone and no one can challenge you for a while, because they gotta challenge someone else first. They gotta prove themselves against someone else first. So it's not like a lock where you're just good for the month, but it also, like, when you defend your position, you can't be challenged right away. And I think that's the soft spot that I kind of wanted to hit. Let's look at another example. Elso the Wild here beat Gohan. So he got the arrow pointing up for a victory. Gohan got an arrow pointing down because he lost. Okay? So now no one can challenge Elso. Let's say Kaneki beats Gohan. Elso still has an arrow pointing up. That place is safe unless Rinnegan challenges him. So it's not as strong as a lock, because he can still be challenged from above, but it's kind of the same as a lock if he's challenged from below, because the arrow is pointing up, he cannot be challenged from below, okay? So yeah, overall, what I did with these new rules, I think first of all, it's a lot easier to understand what's going on here, because you don't have those weird symbols, and second, I basically nerfed locks and anger. They are just a lot less powerful, and this is sort of a beta test there, we're just trying it out for now. If this goes well, I'll expand this to the other leagues, and I'll also poll you guys on what other leagues you want, because the tournament method, I don't think it makes that much sense anymore. And with that, we've made it to the Q&A portion of the show. Last week's Around the Bush was not live, so where is it? What? Oh, the new show, Around the Bush. There we go. All right, shut up, Globko.
Gentlemen,
shut up, Globko. Damn it. Ooh, okay, this ATV just makes me want to bushcast even more. I heard that. Yeah. Is it because of the rant at the end? The Bandai Namco rant? Oh yeah, did you get paid for casting the Smash Mortal Kombat tournament? Yeah, that's why it was a gig. I didn't ask for much because it was my first time, you know, doing this professionally, but it is with a company that is now gonna put together a lot of events. So now that I've got some experience and I know what's going on the production side, because it was crazy. It was a huge production. I've never seen such a thing. They were live streaming for like 3 people, like a really unpopular stream, but the production level was insane. They had like 20 computers handling one stream, so they could like have live replays and live, I don't know, live motion graphics. Imagine having 20 computers. One of them is a designer that's making motion graphics on the fly as required. Okay. Someone else is making, I don't know, cinematic shots, because it wasn't just fighting game tournaments. There was also like a lot of Counter-Strike, League of Legends, and one computer is just making cinematic shots of the field to show, you know, in between matches, so it's not as boring of a stream. There's another one just making the replays, catching, you know, some godlike plays, making the replays, shooting the video over to another computer. It's insane. It was insane. Being a part of that, and it was really cool. So yeah, hopefully they invite me back for these next events, because they have a lot going on in the summer. Did I see the OA Extreme 3? I do not know what games we're playing on Panty Shot. That is 100% in Warrock's hands. Warrock just tells me, hey, it costs this much. I send him the PayPal, he buys the games. I'm seeing them for the first time on the live stream, or right before the live stream starts, I should say. Panty Shot sounds fun. I wonder what games we'll see this month. Hey, up to Warwick again. Also, I made a mistake on Twitter. Speaking of Panty Shot, before we move on, I posted a highlight. If you didn't see it, I recommend it because that is Warwick edited this highlight here. First episode of Panty Shot was an absolute disaster. Tune in next week for more. There is no episode next week. I forgot. It's E3. So I'm not doing a Panty Shot next week. It's 2 weeks from now. So yeah. If you saw that and were like, "Ooh, can't wait for next week," no, sorry, there's no Panty Shot next week. With that, we move on to live questions. I'm also here in voice chat and Push to Talk if you guys want to ask me anything with voice chat. But let's move on to live. I'm going to start with Elso here. I like the new system. It should help with stagnation and lull periods, 100%. Though, I still don't see a lot of people challenging each other on Mortal Kombat. The league is kind of stopped, and everyone can challenge pretty much everyone. We had Elso versus Gohan, and we had Rinnegan versus me. And I don't know. If people don't want to challenge each other, I don't know why we have a league, but maybe it's because I'm too good and you guys don't think you have a shot at Pro Bush. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I should have some other stuff for whoever's in the league. Not just seeding, but some other prizes. I don't know. I'll think of something. Like the system too, that is great. Patch 2.0 locks duration was... yeah. Saw the end of the stream. I was just lurking. Yeah. How well did you think Warwick's BPS did view-wise? BPS? What is the BPS? Oh, Beach Peach Plus. Warwick's Beach Peach Plus did view-wise. It did good. The thing about premium shows, though, the first episode always does great. People always want to check out the new thing. So... And it's not about the views, I mean, how should I put this? I'm not looking at views as like a success metric per se. Like, I'm not making money off of views. None of the premium shows are monetized. If they are, it was by accident or because something got claimed. So it's not like views matter per se, but I like it when premium shows have a lot of views because that means a lot of you guys are interested in the show we're putting together. So if you look at like 49, that's awesome numbers, and we had like 10 concurrents during the whole live stream. That's just great. If you look at Hotborne number 1, it has 150. Second episode has 31. So that's also the thing. Like, the first episode is always like a smash hit. Though the thing with Panty Shot is also I wanted to make every episode feel like the first episode. Like, I didn't want to walk through the whole Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash, because you've already seen the first episode. You kind of have an idea of what the second is, right? And you might not tune in for that. But no, next episode we have a completely new game, and it's going to be sort of the same energy and the same vibe as the first episode. So what I wanted to do with this show is also just have a bunch of first episodes, because that's what it is. Even though we will have the number 2 there, like, we're playing a different game, and it will feel like a first episode. So that's one of the things. My weekly show. What are you most excited about coming from E3? Project Z, 100%. Just want to see more of that. I want to see what do they have outside of playing story mode, because that's a problem that Dragon Ball games struggle to solve sometimes. Until Xenoverse, we were in a lull where every Dragon Ball game was you playing through the same goddamn story again, and they stopped selling. I'm worried that it's becoming cyclical now. Someone had an original idea with Xenoverse, then they had another original idea with Fighters, and now it's gonna be like, okay, back to the easy stuff. That said, it's CyberConnect 2, so I'm super excited for sure. I'm waiting for my new D-pad to start playing again. Okay, Bush Panty Shot Club. Ooh. Oh, Bush Panty Shots. Got it. I thought it was Beach Beach Splash. The show is called Panty Shot. Bush Panty Shot was just something that Warwick wrote, which is not correct, but yeah. Hello, Crown Key. Hey. Getting some mechanical keys for the DS4 pad, and then I'll get back into fighting games. Good luck with that. Weekly shows could have a rotation of like one show is a whole playthrough. The next is like the Warwick one. Okay, so you're saying have 2 weekly shows happening simultaneously? Sort of like episode 1 of show 1, episode 1 of show 2, episode 2 of show 2, episode 2 of show 3. I don't... Okay. think Rinnegan would hate that. Rinnegan hated playing Bloodborne once per week. I mean, he loved Bloodborne, but every time he came in after a week, he was like, man, I don't know how to play this again. And I'm up against a boss fight and fuck. I think what you're asking could work. But I don't know. Isn't it much better to just unlock another premium show? Get more bushes and unlock, hey, let's unlock a Tuesday show. And then you have 2 shows per week. Eh? Let's aim for that. Seen Sonic Fox's MK tier list globs? I don't think so. More like thinking gets a mix. For this month, it's Warrock. Next month is just a playthrough or however long the game goes. Well, that's how we're doing things already. Last month was Hotborne for however long that game went, and now it's Panty Shot, and it's gonna take however long we want, really, because ecchi games don't really end. But I'm aiming until the end of July, so something like 8 episodes total. Thing where I put Sub-Zero will make you mad. Are you talking about the first tier list he made? Like, I thought he had something new, but yeah, the first tier list, he is 100% correct. I already told everyone Sub-Zero is not top tier. They just keep losing to him. Online, he's God. Online, he is God. But once you have the reactions to block his overhead, he's got nothing. He's got absolutely nothing. No, I agree with Sonic on that. Plus, if you block the overhead, you can punish every time. So it's a matter of reacting, and it is possible to react. You just gotta be really good. And online, it's a bit harder, obviously. Online is a lot higher tier than where Sonic put him, but that's also something he acknowledged. Are you excited for Machamp getting into MK11? The fatality from Shang Tsung. Yeah, it's good. Who was making Project Z? CyberConnect 2, makers of Naruto Storm. That it? Are we good? Those the questions for the week. I think so. Okay. With that, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your continued support. If there's anything you guys have a problem with, or any ideas on how to improve premium content, the channel, how to get more premium bushes, or something you're unhappy with, something you're unhappy with how I'm spending your money, you are totally entitled to that. Feel free to reach out to me. And the answer will either be, yeah, you're right, I'll change this, or sorry, but I think I'm in the right here, and then you can cancel your subscription. But thank you very much for watching. Name's Globco. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.